Hi everyone, I hope my audio is working. If it's not, please let me know. That's a weird thing to say. Let's start with chat. Zarek Masters, is that a CIG soon? I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Is that a CIG soon? All I can say is this stream and me, we are not in any way connected to CIG. I'm just building this Ironclad because I think it's fun, but I have no more information than you have, except that I have looked at every single image for, well, 10 streams now, and multiple hours in between. Oh, get it. Thank you. Right. Then, hello and welcome back to episode 9. I'm kinda shocked that we're already at the 9th one and still are on the first floor of the Ironclad. Before I jump into it, I wanted to give a super small update to... I hope we already have one or two of our or of my patrons or channel members here, because I published that video for you last week with the other project I'm doing compared to this, and that I'm super excited about right now because it's a lot of fun too. And in that video I said that I'm not sure if I can finish it because there was this one problem that I was getting into over a year ago, and I'm still not sure if I can fix it now. But as of yesterday, I have this, which is a high quality in-game asset with 95% of the textures there and 95% of the assets there. There's still some doors missing, but that's fine. But yeah, that's a hull C, and I can't give a date, but since I got that now, I can now continue working on that, and you will hear more about that soon. And for everyone else, you will hear about it at IAE or CitizenCon. Not sure about how fast I can work, but it will be awesome, and this model gives me a lot of hope that that will be an amazing project. Right. Ironclad though. Good one, EP2. What do you think of the navigational changes for the Ironclad? I was going to bring that up. I don't have the report in front of me, but the latest one said that they are still working on the Ironclad, and please correct me if I'm doing a mistake, but I think what they said is that they will, or that they are doing changes to the staircases, and with that the overall navigation around the ship. And then also they said specifically adding elevators. And that is interesting because so far I have found only one single elevator, which was this one here that leads to the lower turret. As far as I'm aware, everything else is ladders and stairs. So, what's your best guess? Both on what they changed to the stairs and where they are adding elevators. For everyone who has watched the previous 9 episodes, you might know that I still think that we need an elevator in the very front. So, to get cargo into this secured cargo area. Because I mention every single episode that if you want to get cargo in here, you would have to either carry it up this ladder or throw it up and then walk along, Or you would have to walk all the way to the ship up here and then over the catwalks and then to the front here. So I think a small elevator in the front is super necessary. We already discussed that it might be the point of this to be hard to reach. But I would rather have a secured elevator than no elevator in the front. That's only my best guess on the elevators though. For the staircases, honestly, I'm not sure yet. We have not inserted the staircases, so I'm not sure what they changed about it. It is my goal for today to get the stairs in, so maybe we'll talk about that later. But if you have ideas on both elevators or staircases, I'm super interested to hear them. Navigational changes, I suppose, means it's not coming at IE. I agree. That to me that sounds like they are still a little slower in development than we expected. So to me that sounds like it's not coming this year at all. But on the other hand, it is so anticipated that they could just try to throw us off, and it is coming. I don't know, but to me it also sounds like this is taking a little longer than expected. And it also sounded like they have the Perseus ready for this year's event. So I guess it wouldn't be too terrible if it's not finished, but we'll see. Shame. Boller and a lot of 9s became a level 2 sub. Thank you very much. In case you are not entirely sure what you signed up for, or to all the other ones, the level 2s get exclusive videos. That's the one that I just mentioned with the other project. And that's I haven't done that in the past, so you're getting one exclusive video right now, and then a few in the future, because I have a second series that I do in preparation for IE with a more filmic video. And then also you get the interactive scenes where you can walk around the scenes that I built. Not the Ironclad yet, but you can walk around the Paladin right now, the Galaxy, and then also the apartment that I've built in the silhouette videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that. Spionhornisse 65, 56. I think an elevator is a good idea, and I would assume they have a central one like the Carrack at around the control room. That would make sense. I think in the back of the control room we can have a quick look at that. We haven't built it yet, but I have an estimate where it is. I think in the back here would be a great place for an elevator. You're right, that should be easily accessible, and I don't think it is right now. I hope that we are getting this far today with the reconstruction, so we can talk about that more, but I agree that we need a central... Actually, I'm not 100% sure about what I'm saying right now, because since we are not on the top floor, and I haven't reconstructed it, it could also be that this central elevator that I said is going down, it could also go up. Currently, I'm not sure if it could be a two-way elevator. We'll see. Maybe we'll find out later today. Ito Cairo, maybe rear elevator to get to a cockpit quicker. I think that's the same one we just talked about. EV2Q, I have no clue since it said elevators, so plural. My best guesses are your guess, since I don't see it. Yeah, right. Well, we have one elevator in the... Well, in the middle. Okay, so if you're saying you don't see one in the back, I agree with that too. I think in the back there's really no need for one. But I think the one in the middle should and hopefully goes all the way up. And then I'll need one in the front. Dewstorm, it would be nice to see more ladders and less elevators, especially when we see the new tech. Right, I have not tried that tech for myself. I heard that it's in testing again, and I should have a look. But there are a handful of ladders on this one already. There's the one to the catwalk. There's the one to the outside. There's the one here from the first to the... from the lower... from the ground to the first floor. I expect one in the back here, in the engineering room. Yeah, okay. That's all I found so far. So, okay, you're right. It's not that many. I would also like more on this ship, because the one that we have here, this super narrow ladder, I really appreciate that all these super narrow tunnels really fit that Drake claustrophobic alien style ship, and well, wide staircases don't, but we don't have wide staircases either, so just saying, agree, more ladders would be amazing. Especially if you can get down fast, if you can slide down. What else? Revised staircase... Okay, yeah, right. Oh, thank you for pointing that out. It said revised staircase placement, so... Does not sound like they only moved the staircases a few meters around. It sounds like a real change, so... Again, we should look out for that, and we should start building the stairs now. Bad news for Kraken if it isn't out this year. I don't... I wouldn't necessarily say that, because everything they do on this one benefits the Kraken in some way, and I would not have expected the Kraken in the next year for sure, and in the next 2 years, maybe. Maybe in the next 2 years would still be too optimistic. So I think putting any date on the Kraken already is... I mean, okay, you're right. If this is getting delayed, it delays the Kraken with it, right? I'd like to see an elevator like the Corsair to go top to bottom. Yeah, I would like one to the outside. Like, I think that's what you're saying, right? To get to the top of the ship, the outside of the ship. That would be amazing, and I kind of expect that you can get outside. Just not sure if it will be via an elevator. There's also there's places on the top floor where you could put doors to get outside. We'll find about that later too. EV2Q again, the joke is the exact phase of development of the Ironclad was never said. So it could be almost done, or for all we know it's still in white books. Yeah, could be. Could be, but I don't think so. But yeah, it's just my feeling and building on what I've seen in that episode of IC, but you're right, ultimately we don't know. Sabastosk, I'm scared about the Perseus changes. What's your opinion on them? The bridge to superstructure part seems to have been widened a lot, and the site seems higher compared to the superstructure. Honestly, I have not looked into that too much. And since I have never started building it, I'm not too deep in the Perseus layout. I've seen the images. I heard people not being happy with it. I see why. It looks a lot like the Polaris, and with that went away from the original Perseus concept a bit. I guess ultimately it's a good thing that it gets closer to the Polaris, just for making them feel like they are from the same manufacturer. But it's also a bit sad, because to me it looks, the new RSI big ship design, it's a bit generic compared to the original sketches. But ultimately I don't have an opinion on the Polaris yet, on the Perseus. I have not looked too deep into it. I was focused on other stuff. Cyrus forgot to set my reminder for the stream. You did not miss anything, I think. Also, I always let them get uploaded as VODs if you want to watch it later. But thank you for dropping by so regular that you consider setting a reminder for my tiny little Blender streams. Bolla, I wonder if the Ironclad will be a good FPS level since it has the internal turret and so on. I talked about that a lot in the past. I think it will be the ultimate FPS mission ship for now. Like, it will be compared to what the 890 jump mission is right now, just a lot better. I think you can make so many great missions on this. I think you could even turn this ship into an arena commander map, just because the layout is so interesting. I could see classic FPS missions like game modes like capture the flag on this thing, because it's so you can have one team on the front and one on the back. That's just stupid, but I think for actual gameplay missions where you enter one of these ships, wow, I think it's perfectly designed for that. Also because it has so many entrances. Really looking forward to that. Right, so since last week, I did a little bit of work myself, mainly cleaning up. I created more of these scans we talked about in the past, and I've already lined them, kinda. So this is a scan for the first floor. Actually, it's textured. I know this is ugly, but ultimately, what this is... It's a 3D model based on these images from the IC. And that helps me then, yeah, place everything kinda accurate. So we have that for the first floor, and I've already prepared one for the second floor. There you go. This is really messy looking. But if you look very closely, you can see that there's a lot of detail that will help me align stuff. Even though I already noticed that it's not matching 100%, so I'll have to do some correcting here and there. So I did that, and then I also cleaned up my whole Blender scene because it was getting a bit tedious showing you stuff because I wasn't working that clean. So we have our base floor, and then separated from that we have our first floor. And on the first floor I have already placed all the components that we have found so far. Oh, I wanted to do that on the ground level. I'll do that later. So in case you missed all that, we have 4 shield generators, 2 in the front here, 1 on the side, and 1 more, I think, this one? No, this one. There's 1 shield generator in this room in the back where we have just component access. And then we have a cooler, we have a battery, and then this is the big room that is above this giant engine room. And there's 3 on top of that, and that's the power plants, 2 of them, and in the middle is the quantum drive. Right. That's where we're at. And now we, oh yeah, so I cleaned up what we did in the last ones. Actually, in case you missed that, I updated the geometry node setup that I built to include the walls. So whenever I build something now, it builds the walls with it. That is super time saving. And I can also select areas where I don't want walls. For example, here on the that's this engine room thing. I have to update that so that it then also places details on the walls, but we're not there yet. And I cleaned up this area here. That is pretty accurate now with the ladder going down. And then also that should now perfectly match up with the catwalk. So I cleaned up this side, and all we have to do is clean up this passage here, and then we can go to the next floor and the doors. Not the doors, the staircase. Hey Luigi, welcome back. Urlaub vorbei? No. Just small holidays throughout the summer. This is messy looking, shows the most beautiful scan. This is not the most beautiful scan. Don't tell me that this is the most beautiful scan. It is warped. It is not textured at all. It's not cleaned up at all. There's all this dirt on the side. It's let's call it decent. Let's call it decent at best. It will be helpful. Question, chauffeur. Oh, thank you for putting the question in brackets there. It helps. I notice you are not using the jump point internal Ironclad images from June 24. Was there a major chance between that publish and the vid you are reconstructing from? I am using the images from the Inside Stars Citizen. I have since then looked at the jump point, but found that it's, because it's so colorful, not suitable for this photogrammetry work. And also I did not see any big differences. So I continued working on what I had from the ISC. I'm looking at the jump point from time to time to check something. And if you find differences between the jump point version and my version, please always point them out, because I can never say for sure which one is right or which one is newer. But from what I thought, they are the same, just more images that I didn't really need here. And so, to answer the rest of the questions, between that, there was no publication or any update that I knew of, just these two. Scan is doing the best it can, that's true. Oh, Nova is here, thank you. I thought you could make it, glad you can. Actually, now that we have all you here, I'm going to show something that I showed at the beginning. Now that I have some of my subs here that hopefully watched that video of the second project that I did. In that video I said that I'm not sure if I can finish it, because I'm not sure if I can get the models that I need. And as of yesterday, I got this beautiful textured high-res in-game LC. Missing a few little textures here and there and a few pieces of geometry, but that's pretty minor. So that means that that project is hopefully now continuing as planned, and we'll see. But I'm super excited about it. If you've seen it, I hope you could tell that I'm super excited about it, because I planned it for so long, and now being able to finish it is, yeah, exciting to me. So yeah, look forward to that. Yeah, if you only have 10 minutes, that was the important 10 minutes just for you. Great progress, thank you very much. I think the cleaning up here was really necessary, and I'm happy with that floor now. Okay, and now let's do something. Let's finish this side here. And for that, yeah, we have, honestly, don't have the best scan for that. This one looks kind of good, like placement wise. So this wall is matching up. These walls are matching up pretty well, so we can probably use that. But the top floor, that's in a slightly different place. I think this top floor is a bit warped, but it's from this side, so we should not use that at all. Let's just use this scan. And let's also have one of the images up in the back. One that helps us. Well, none of these really help. Oh, I guess this is the best we'll get. So what we can see is we have two doors. One is angled, one is not, and there is a staircase in there. I kind of expect the staircase is the same length as the staircase on the other side. So I'm going to, because that's usually what they try to do. So I'm going to copy what I built here, because that is, I have a better reconstruction here. I'm going to copy that here and then just remove this front door and get the angled one in. So that would. You. So we take you. Make sure not to move you on any axis other than X. And we said that this right wall here is already lining up pretty good, so I'm trying to get that to snap. So this lines up too. Well, actually, I have not really... I don't have the staircase here, so maybe that is a waste of time. But I wanted... Yeah, no, we're adding that later. We're just doing the base layout now. Okay, so have this. We remove this. This and this. And we add a door somewhere in here. It's not too bad at all. Get these. That that's our door where it's supposed to be. And we should clean up. Here. Okay, so here's, I have this corner here. I'm not sure how that connects. Let's have a look back at that image. And it looks like that room is just wider than I have it. And that would also match up with the bottom ceiling that I have already built. So off again. Here. And this should now be clean. Clean hallway with an angled door, and then the staircase going up there. That's all we needed. Ooh. So, all done except for the window here. But my setup is currently not fit to build windows, but it's important, so we have to do a window here, that's important. I can select these and say they are not part of my automatic wall building stuff. It's not working. Is working. It's not working. Actually, I would like this. Oh yeah. Okay. So now we have an opening there, and then we just have to build our own wall. Lane. Oop. 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 And we can add a window there. Do I have any idea about the dimensions? Not from this image. There it is. So, it's... I can use this. Smaller. And yeah, there. There we go. And that is finally our first floor done, I think. So let me save that. Let me catch up with chat. We are glad Nova's working. Wi-Fi is working, and I have checked up with you, but you did the same to me yesterday. I got anxious too about your hospital situation, but glad that it's not as bad as you make it sound. This ship could really benefit from some more doors. I hope you're joking, because I assume you're joking, because there are plenty of doors. Especially these double doors here are kind of weird, but I thought about it a bit, and they make a lot of sense, especially here, because that connects to the central cargo area, and that is not always pressurized. So you had these two rooms here with these double doors. I think they are for repressurizing when you step out of the vacuum, if they load or unload this in space. So it's actually quite a good idea. And you see that pretty much throughout. You see it here. You don't see it here. So actually, if one person uses this ladder, he can depressurize the whole ship. That might be a bit of an oversight. But yeah, it's a lot of doors. Oh, there's one here that I missed, or that I have not placed yet. We can't have that. A door. And there's actually no doors here, just arches. Now that we are getting snow, it's going to be nice chilling in the catwalks outside. Oh yeah, I love that. Hey Rager, things go slow, but well, I think. How do you feel about the reconstruction CRG has done to the ship? Actually, we talked about that in the beginning. I'm not sure. It's kind of surprising, because we all thought it's further along. And I was a bit surprised by I was not surprised by adding the elevators. As far as I know, there's only this one. And I always wanted one in the front, so that could be exactly what I liked or wanted. I'm not sure what they meant by removing the stairs. No idea at all. We are building the stairs now, and then we'll maybe get an idea what's wrong with them. Because right now they feel kind of well placed for me. We'll see. We really need more ships with some outside catwalks. Yeah, I love that. I like that too. Good. Now with floor 1 complete, let's build the stairs. I have these placeholders here. I'm going to Let's delete them now, they are not accurate anyways. So for that I can look at my scan again, because I have the... It actually looks terrible. Oh, because this scan is from this direction only, so we can't see the doors. But I should be able to see the doors from my aligned camera. Yep, that should work. Oh. Tapped. But it's completely in the wrong space. That's not good. Why is this not in the right space? Oh no, something moved. This was supposed to be here. But this was matching a few hours ago, so I'm hoping that I just messed with the camera. Ah, that would be bad. I'll check that later. So we can't build on that right now. We have to use, maybe this scan shows it. Ah, it does pretty well. Let's use this one. Let's just place 2 of them right now and then we can move them. So we don't really know where those stairs end. Or do I have any scan that shows it? This shows the wall where it ends. Shows nothing. This shows nothing. Okay, here we go. So the stairs have about a meter of even floor, and then it goes up. And on the other side, well, it's longer. There's some kind of corridor there, but we know that it is inclining until about the middle of this angled wall here. Just a rough estimate. So let's take that guess for now and return these. So I said 1 meter. That's 1 meter. And then we have the angled area about until here. That's a bit further than I think it should go. Actually, this room is further to the left. Right to the end of the right power plant. Yeah, that's what it kinda think is more likely. Let's have a look at this scan. Ah, here. Great. Okay. The scan shows that this wall is off in my old... I did this before I had the scan, so this whole wall moves forward a tiny bit. And then it aligns with the back of the power plant. And that would then move these at around here. Oh, and that lands up pretty well with the lower floor. So actually, this wall is pretty accurate. Let's just move it exactly 1 meter from this wall here. Because we know that this wall is in the right position. So you are here. And you are here. And then -1 meter. So that should be an accurate length for our 2 staircases. And then we know only the height of the lower one, but that should be good enough. So this is at 10 meters and I'm going to open a calculator. You can't see that, but I'm going to take that value here and then that bottom value here. That's at 6 meters. And so that's a difference of 3.94946 meters. And I copy that and I use that exact height difference to move this one down. Is that the right one? Yeah. So this one goes down by 3.9 meters. And that should perfectly line up with the floor below. And then we move this one up the same amount. That's, I mean, I'm not sure that they are the same angle, but it kind of makes sense, right? I'm surprised that the ship isn't in gray box yet, and I reckon there might have been funky engineering stairs. I wouldn't say that it could be in, to me it's, okay, we don't know anything, but I expected it already was in gray box and then they made changes that, but again, they never said that, but I kind of always thought that they are super far along and then noticed there are some issues, but I guess we'll never know. Actually, we'll know when it comes out, but we don't know for now. But okay, I like this. I like when things line up nicely on accident, yeah. Agree. So that means we can delete whatever I have built here. Or maybe not delete it, but here. Even if I have a hole here, but we'll fix that. No, we fix it right now. No holes in my ship. On my watch. So that's our two staircases. They are now in the right, they have the right incline and they have the right length. They are not necessarily on the right position here. That's, right now they are just, I've divided the space here by 5 and then they are just centered. That's obviously not right. Before we change any of that, I'm going to add some doors because that makes us easier. That will help us align them. And also I think there's only doors on the bottom one. Well, no, this door is just a bit further back because of the corridor. The scan is not telling us anything. Let's back with that. Oh no, I closed the image viewer. 1 second. Okay, yeah, here's the door too. So, 2 doors, that will help us align it. Divide. Up. And you guys are doors. So, now position them correctly. Let's start with the lower one. Maybe we should do both at the same... Can I do that? Let's try. So I assume they are the same width. So now we look at this one here. And we can see that they are... Oh no, this scan is super off. Still. Or is it? Yeah. Ooh, I have to align this better before we can do that. You can see that these doors are not matching at all. So this scan, I only aligned the bridge here with the exterior. But we can't use that right now. That's not good enough. Can we use this one? Yes, that's better. Even though it's pretty terrible. Visible. Okay, so they should be about... Should be about this wide. And this one should be about here. And this one looks like it's actually in the right place already. And that looks pretty even. Except for this part that I messed up here. And then this does not line up anymore. So this looks good. Goodish. But is it problematic with the lower floor? No, not really. I expected this to be in the way for some reason, but looks like it's not in the way at all. Looks like it's pretty much in the right space. Actually, we can use this to align it. But I don't trust that enough. And it doesn't matter, it's just a few centimeters. That's pretty good. Let's make the bottom right here. So let's remove that wall. Let's remove that wall. Let's add a door here too. Oops. What's happening? Oh, what's happening? Weird. Let's... That in a second. Let's just fix this one first. What's your problem? Why don't you want to be a good door? Is it because that's right at the edge? Is it because you already are... Oh! It's because you want to be here. There we go. That's our door. There we go. Wait. So our doors and our floors now properly connected. Ooh. Jenko, how goes the progress? The progress goes decently well compared to the work so far. So we just finished floor 1 and the staircases. And that's all rather clean. And now we would have to do the second flooring, but I have some trouble aligning the scan for that, but I guess we'll have to do that now. Oh, actually we don't have that much time left. Or I don't have that much time left. Rager having a great time fiddling with the stairs. Might find out why CIG redid them pretty soon. So far I have no clue really. They don't intersect with anything. I think they are rather central, so you can go around pretty nicely. I currently don't see what's the issue with the stair placement. Maybe you do. Seeing all these doors remind me, if these doors won't have buttons like in the Caterpillar, I'll be depressed. Please remind me what kind of buttons are in the Caterpillar. Are you talking about the visual look of the buttons? Because I know that they look pretty cool, but, or because they look so analog? Or are you talking about this annoying fact that you have to press a button for every single door? That would get me depressed. None. There's no buttons on the Caterpillar doors? Are they all automatic? Am I just remembering the buttons from the cargo doors that look so nice? I dig in. I want the pressing buttons cater only are auto. You want to press the buttons? I want the buttons to be able to shut them, to close them, or to keep them open. I'm not sure I want to press them all the time. But I want the automatic doors to work better for sure. I know what a struggle it is because I had to, if you played the Paladin demo I built, the interior, now I know how hard it is to get the automatic doors working properly with the speed that you walk around in a ship. It's really tough to make it work nice. So I try to avoid it, but let's try to get this thing here line up. As you can see, the floor is kinda matching. These pieces here are kinda matching. But these doors are not. These doors are off by 0.5 meter. These are off by 0.5 meter. These are in the right place, weirdly. Maybe the whole thing is still angled? Oh yeah, no, it looks kind of straight. Ooh, that will be a tough one. Because this is messy. But yeah, well, the issue is that if I scale or move it now, if we look at the exterior, it's pretty much in the right space. We even have these pieces here that are part of the model. But yeah, as you see, that it doesn't really line up, so I have... This is my scan, it already sticks out at the top, but then these beams are not sticking out, so there's definitely some differences here between the holoviewer model and the interiors they have shown, so we can't really line that up perfectly here. These are... Looks like they are the same asset, like this beam here and this that I have in my scan here. Or they have this very same beam here, and then they have it again right on the outside. Which is weird, but I mean you can pretty much see that this is not on the exterior here. But then on the exterior we have one just like that. You can also see that the scale does not seem too wrong. Like the width is pretty well. It's matching pretty well. It has to go to the front a bit, like this. Then it lines up pretty decently, but it's never perfect. But we already noticed earlier that there's something wrong here. There's where's my photogrammetry? So in their model there's just this one shape here, but I don't have the image viewer open anymore. In the images you can see that there are actually two pieces here on top of each other. It's some weird... I can just assume that it's a mistake, but yeah, you can see that there's this one shape here, and then there's another shape on top of it. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. That's tough. Okay, but now that I have moved it to the front, these doors, they match pretty perfectly, I would say, with the other scan and also with my doors. And they also... nah, this corridor is still a bit off. Bit off, but it's not too bad. Then on this side... Oh, I mean, this side is so far away. Can't use that. So, but no, I want to get this a bit better. So we know that this here, this walkway, should go straight into our command module. right? I have to open the images for you again. Go. Yeah. Nope. 1 second. Image. This one. So that's my images from the top floor and no, it's not really visible here. Let's look at a different image. Let's look at these here. Look at these. So this is where we are right now. These are the staircases. And there's that bridge piece that we have, and that is another staircase that I missed. Going up one more floor. Okay, and that does not perfectly align with this door. But... or is it? What would you say? To me it looks like this door, even though this one is narrower, it's pretty much completely in front of this one, right? Or is this offsetted? I think I'm going to go with that these two line up perfectly. Oh, hey Volus, I'm sorry, we are almost at the point where I have to wrap it up. We have to make one little small piece of progress here. Yeah, we should make it line up. So, I have the command module here. And I also have this doorway right here, more or less. Let's get rid of that. Here we go. So, I'm going to... It's all doorway here. Fully. Not. But this should be the position pretty much of the doorway. And then also I assume... Oh, please don't crash. Be a good blender. I don't have... You couldn't see, but... Ah, okay, it didn't crash. Great. So, let's add that staircase. And then align it. Bye, Luigi. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I had the wrong window open. Sorry about that, but you only missed Blender crashing. That wasn't exciting. So, we're going to add this very same staircase here. Copy that. And get that to align with this one height-wise. And for that we would have to separate this. Origin here. Now that lines up, and we can add this to floor 2. 2. What was blue are the components? Yes, blue are all the components that I have placed so far. I'm currently missing the ones on the bottom here. There's 2 here. But yeah, on this floor I think I have all of them. It's shield generators, 2 on the front, 1 in the back, and the 4th one in this engine room. A battery here, a cooler here, 2 power plants here, and in the middle is a quantum drive. What a huge Treppenhaus. Dankeschön. Wondering if that's part of the optimization they talked about. It is part of the optimization. They talked about this staircase. It's the only staircase, really. But I'm still not sure what they changed about it. But since we have this now, we can now make sure that this lines up with our command module. Actually, let's add a corridor here. Up, up, up. There's our corridor, and that should perfectly line up with the module. Oh, wow. That's... Who was it who said earlier that he likes it when something accidentally lines up? This is pretty good, considering that we did this 2 floors below. This is pretty good. But we're going to make it, we're going to align this door. We're going to align this staircase, so both levels, perfectly to this door. Because as you said, it will be a perfect anchor for that. So I'm going to use the command module here. Hard to select. Fortunately, in the command module, you can see that the interior and the exterior, they don't line up. But that's not mine. That's not my fault. That's CIG's model. I'm obviously going to take the inside here because that is what we are building on right now. So if I have 2 of these edges, so this should be the perfect middle. And that's at Y17, whatever that means. Oh no! I just pressed Ctrl C and it's loading again. What do you... Twist might have made all blue. Yeah, I made all the components blue. I will change the color later to the color they have in their artwork just to make it easier to understand for people who watch the video. We can look at that while Blender is crashing again. So this here is actually the fuel tanks. They don't really matter right now. These I have, but this one is green. And the other ones are not in these images, unfortunately. Blender caught up. So we have this value copied, hopefully, and now we get our floors back, turn off the photogrammetry, and we take all of these, put them to 17.6, and we'll do the same on this level here. Oh, and that means we also have to move this. Oh, that doesn't work. Snap. Now we have these aligned pretty good. That means we can use that scan again. That level 2 scan here. And there is this piece of corridor here, so I assume that the staircase starts a bit further to the side. Is that something that we can learn from the images? So I'm wondering if this staircase, the one on top of it, is a bit moved towards us. So this axis here. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. And quite a lot, actually. Quite a lot. But it's pretty obvious that it has only moved on this one axis. So all we did right now is still pretty much true. We would just have to move it oh, we haven't figured out the scan completely, but around here. And then this would mean that this here is that looks about right. So that means this scan is now getting better, but it's not there yet. I have to make sure that this is really lining up, that the floor is lining up really well. And I'm not going to do that on stream now because I have to leave now, and that should then again be really accurate. But I think we made some decent progress. Actually, I'm going to connect these for you real quick. It's going to not be super accurate, but at least so that we can walk around once. That's on. Let's take this one here. So, corridor here. Go here. Here. And then one last corridor here. And we line this one to this, to this. This. This one should not have walls. And this one should have some more doors. Have doors here and here and here and here. Oop! Oh no! I have to... There we go, there's our 4 doors. And where are my walls? I think that's because... these to the... There we go. That's our layout. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I streamed the... Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah. So you missed the whole part where I built this connection here. That's sad. Thanks for pointing that out. Anyway, then the surprise will be bigger for you. Let's walk around it one more time, one last time. We always do that at the end here. Let's actually remove the doors for now, because they are always a bit annoying. Okay, let's get a slightly better shading so we can actually see something. This is a bit glossy, but it will help us see stuff better. So for today, let's make it a quick and simple one. No exterior, just the inside here of the cargo bay. We walked around here a lot of times. This is where on the outside you have the ladders going outside. And by the way, whenever you see these dots on the floor, this is where the doors are placed. Here's the ladder up, but we're not going to use it today. Today we're going to use our brand new stairs. And so here, that's where the mules are, by the way. Actually, no, I want the mules in here. I want my mules in here. They are a great scale reference. So this is the mule garage, and then from there you have the way up. Oops. It's the way up. From here you have one door that is going to your catwalk. You have the ladder down that we just noticed. We have one shield generator here. We have this corridor that goes into this small connecting room. There's some kind of, I don't know, screen here, not sure what it's for. Here is our locker room and the airlock. Here we have the angled window on top of the mules that is looking into the bay. And on top of that, next to that, the other stair up to the catwalk. And then here's another small connecting corridor. So we are left to the airlock and right to the room with the staircases. There's a small corridor here that brings us to this component room. There's 3 actually. One is in the wall here. That's our shield gen, our cooler, our battery. Now I got them all. And then here, this looks completely empty, but this is the big room in the back where you have all the engine visible. And a small platform here. And opposing that are 3 more. 2... What are they? Quantum drivers in the middle. And then 2... Oh, I forgot. 2 components on the side here that I keep forgetting. And then you have this slightly weird angled corridor that brings us back to the room with the stairs and the ladder. And then you go further up. And from here you are connecting to, on the left, that will be where the bridge section, the big bridge is. Or not the bridge, but the... Well, the room that looks down onto the cargo area, and where I think where you control the tractor beams. And then opposing that will be your crew quarters. And then you have another staircase up, and that brings us in front of us to the... Oh, you can feel that I'm getting tired now. This is the escape pod, or the cockpit, or the command module. And then 2 turns to the left, there will be another corridor that then brings you to the captain's quarters. And that's pretty much the whole layout. So what I can say right now is this staircase does not look terrible to me. It feels like it's decently placed. I think you can... The most important things is that from the bridge you can pretty quickly go down and can get into the cargo bay without any big walks around any unnecessary corridors. Feels kind of okayish for me right now. We'll see if it still feels like that later. I still think there might be this elevator here. We can see that it would... no, actually it might intersect with the staircase. That's interesting. We can measure that out next time. Maybe that might be a blocker. Maybe that's what they changed. Actually, now thinking about it. Because they want a small elevator here going up to the bridge too. We'll see. That is one of the options. Yeah, but apart from that, I'm quite... I mean, honestly, I thought that the layout was more confusing than it is now. It's really... it's kind of confusing. It's very Drakish. It's very interesting. But the staircases, at least to me, are not in the worst place, right? Don't know why anyone would keep mules instead of atlases. Actually, I think atlases could have a height problem there, but I haven't checked. We can check that next time, actually, if you remind me. And yeah, they kind of fit because it's Drake, I think. That's a weak excuse, I agree. Sad but true. Okay, without the doors, it's not as convoluted to walk as I thought. Yeah, same. Observation deck, yeah, that's a good name for that. It's a little hard to visualize right now. Yeah, that's I know. But if you see how long this takes me, then you can imagine how long it will take to properly visualize all of that. But we are almost done with the layout. I think next episode we'll finish up the top one and then we're done. And then for the remainder of these streams, we're going to add details to all of that. I'm not going to do all of that on stream because I still want you to enjoy that video when it comes out. But yeah, detailing that will take another long time. And yeah, I know that it's hard to visualize this in your head right now. That's obviously just gray boxes, but that's all we have so far. And to me, it really helped me now understand this layout. Put some textures and light, ship it. I'm missing some. There's a few more details that I want to do. It's very try to board and steal our cargo. Yeah, it's. Would be crazy if you drop a bunch of atlases from the cargo bay. I mean, I think nothing is stopping you from getting the atlases in and turning that whole ship around and turn the atlases around too, and then you can drop them the right way from the now bottom of the ship. You just have to fly the wrong way around. That's a terrible idea though. Yeah, like go into atmosphere, roll it over, and then drop them. That's a terrible idea, but it could be quite fun. But I think that will not work once they have that flight model with the VTOLs working properly. I think this thing without its VTOLs will be hopefully dropping like a brick. Alright, guys. I have to leave you now. Next week I can't stream again, so as usual we'll see us in 2 weeks. I'll make sure to make some nice progress because I'm hooked now and I want to finish it this year. And in the meantime I'm also trying to continue that other project, though there's a lot going on, even though I'm not posting anything right now and I won't be posting any videos in the next weeks. That's a tactical decision, but as you can see, we are making some progress here. So yeah, thank you for your help. If you have more ideas about the layout, what could change here, please let me know. I'm going to finish and ship this as it was shown in the IC when it first came out, because I don't think we will see the changes until they ship the ship. And I think even if they change something, it will be super interesting to have my version to see how it changed, where it changed, and all that. Maybe I'll do a second version later, but well, for now, even if you have a good idea, I'm going to stick with the plans, but I'm still interested to make or to test options here that could be what they changed now. So yeah, if you have any ideas in between streams, just ping me a message on Discord. And yeah, I think that's it. Cool, nice progress. Much cleaner progress than usually. Pretty happy with that. I don't have to clean up after the stream, except for this small piece here. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. And see you on the verse. Good night and gute Nacht.